Today I'm going to be deep diving into something that is important for every product designer in 2025. I'm going to be breaking down product design trends that are coming up on the horizon. I'm also going to be talking about AI, augmented reality, and even how to make data tell a story. So stick around, this is going to be exciting. Hey friends, welcome back to the Nook. I am Grace Mary, and if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And it's so good to have you here on this channel because I share tips and ideas and advice to help you thrive in your product design career. When I'm not designing, I love to travel and vlog, so you'll see a bit of that here too. Now let's talk about what's ahead. I've rounded up 11 key trends that are shaping product design in 2025. This video is packed with a lot of exciting information. It might feel like a lot to take in, but the key is not to get bogged down with all the information. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. In recent times, AI has been one of the biggest game changers in tech and by extension, product design.
AI.
The first offshoot of the AI trend we're going to dive into today is AI enhanced interfaces. It's all about systems that learn from real-time data and adjust to fit the user's needs. The idea is that these interfaces, they get smarter over time, anticipating what you want and making your experience smoother and more personalized. A great example of a platform that has an adaptive interface and uses it intuitively is TikTok. Honestly, when I open TikTok, it feels like the algorithm already knows me. So I watch a certain type of video and before I know it, similar content starts showing up on my feed. And it's so personalized that no wonder TikTok can be addictive, although that's a topic for a different video entirely. Then there's also Spotify. Have you ever noticed how the AI generated playlist changes based on your listening habits or even your mood? It adapts in real time, which is honestly pretty amazing. It's like the app knows what you need even before you realize it. These adaptive AI systems are making interfaces smarter and more intuitive, which is changing how we think about designing for users. Since adaptive interfaces are constantly evolving, product designers can no longer afford to create one-size-fits-all solutions. So you will need to focus on designing for change and consider how to accommodate user diversity and contextual shifts. Now let's move on to the second trend, which is AI assisted design. This is another big one that's really shaping how we approach product design. You might remember all the conversations from last year, even the year before, about whether AI would take over product design jobs. There were countless articles and videos debating this, but here's where we stand now. AI won't take your job, but product designers who use AI will. AI is actually becoming more like a tool for designers, not a replacement. It's almost like a supercharged design partner. For example, FigJam AI can organize brainstorms instantly. And if you ever felt stuck staring at a blank screen, struggling with what I call design block, so it's kind of like the equivalent of a writer's block but for designers, AI can help you get out of that too. You can use tools like ChatGPT for content ideation or Midjourney for generating concepts. These tools take some of the pressure off and let you focus on refining and directing the creative process. To put it simply, we are moving towards a world where it is a partnership between AI and design. Designers and AI will work together to co-design solutions, with designers guiding the tool, interpreting the output, and polishing the final results. If we're going to rely on AI, we need to get better at communicating effectively with it through prompt engineering. Essentially, the better your prompts, the better your results. You need to know how to use the tool to get the right outcome. Product designers can prepare themselves for the future of AI by building AI literacy. So you need to learn the basics, understand how AI impacts design decisions, and stay updated by joining AI focused communities. You can also experiment with AI tools. There are a lot of AI tools that have free trials or they are entirely free. And you can just jump in there, play around and start getting comfortable with how to give really clear instructions to AI to get the result that you want. So instead of fearing AI, we should look at AI as a powerful ally. A quick word of caution though. Being mindful of privacy concerns, so avoid using AI for sensitive or NDA protected information, and always check your company's policy on AI use to stay on the safe side. And speaking of privacy, this leads us naturally to our third trend, which is AI ethics and privacy. AI has incredible benefits, but let's be real, there are also some serious concerns too. Here's a surprising stat. Searches for AI ethical issues has increased by 1,011% over the last 5 years, while searches for responsible AI has surged by 2,275%. These numbers highlight the growing focus on AI ethics and privacy. AI ethics and privacy focus on how we, people, businesses, and governments use AI responsibly, ensuring that its development and deployment are fair, transparent, and respectful of people's rights. It's about asking questions like, who is responsible when AI makes mistakes? Can we trust AI to provide reliable, unbiased information? How can we prevent bias in AI algorithm? Are businesses ensuring their AI is helpful and not harmful? Are users aware of how their data is being used? Governments, companies, and communities are stepping up. For example, the EU's AI Act, a groundbreaking law passed recently, sets strict ethical guidelines for AI usage. It's not just about laws though. Businesses need to know how to handle issues wisely. Look at Air Canada. A grieving passenger relied on a chatbot for bereavement flight advice, but was misled into buying a full price ticket. The company faced legal actions and had to compensate the passenger. This case is a stark reminder that these AI systems, they have real world consequences. So if you are wondering how to begin thinking of ethics, I'll suggest you start small. Start by asking yourself some simple questions during design processes. Questions like, how can we make data collection transparent and less intrusive? How do we design interfaces that give users control over their data? And lastly, what can we do to ensure fairness in AI-driven decisions? So these are all really good foundational questions that can help you design more responsibly. Hey Siri, play a podcast. Now let's move on to our next trend. Voice user interface and voice AI. Voice user interfaces and voice AI are changing how we interact with technology. Instead of using a screen or keyboard, you can talk to your device. Voice AI is the technology behind these systems that let them understand and respond to your voice. For example, Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, they use voice AI to manage smart home devices, answer questions, and organize tasks. As voice AI improves, these technologies are becoming more popular because they are simple, accessible, and hands-free. Now, it's not just about creating visual designs, but also designing for voice. So here's a few things to think about. Context awareness. How will users interact with the voice tech in different environments, like a noisy room or a quiet place? Conversational user experience. The voice needs to feel natural and easy to talk to, like a real conversation. Accessibility. Voice tech needs to work for everyone, including people with disability or those who find it hard to use traditional devices. And for designers, this means that we need to learn to think beyond the screen. We need to learn how to design for how people actually speak and interact in the real world. While voice AI is transforming how users interact with devices, another major shift is happening with AI becoming a core part of the user interface itself. AI is now integrated into everyday experiences, and this changes the way we'll need to design. AI isn't just a cool extra anymore. It's becoming a core part of all the interfaces that we use. Adding AI to user interfaces is becoming a standard, not a choice. For example, platforms we use daily like Instagram and WhatsApp offer AI-driven conversations powered by Meta AI to make interactions smoother. Another great example is Google Search AI-generated summaries that give users a quick and accurate answer right at the top of the search results. It's important to learn how AI works and how to use it in your design without making things too complicated. Now that we've covered the key AI trends, let's shift gears and look at some of the non-AI influences you'll be seeing in design come 2025. One of the key trends that emerge is the idea of designing for interconnected ecosystems. With more devices becoming interconnected, people now expect their products to talk to each other and make life easier. A great example is Apple's ecosystem of iPhone, iPad, MacBook, Apple Watch, and Apple TV that allows users to start tasks on one device and continue on the other without interruption. You can begin watching a video on your phone and pick it up where you left off on your smart TV with YouTube. As smart and connected products become more widespread, it is becoming increasingly important for designers to understand how users move between devices, what information they need at each touch point, and how to make those transitions as smooth as possible without losing context or workflow. As product designers, we have to kind of anticipate those different paths that users might take and make sure that the experience feels really cohesive and engaging no matter what device they are using. So interconnected ecosystems are a big deal. Another trend that's very closely related to this idea of interconnectedness is designing for diverse interfaces. There's an explosion of devices we use daily. Product designers are no longer creating just for web or mobile. They are designing for TVs, smart wristwatches, and even wearables like smart glasses. As companies like Meta release AI-powered smart glasses and platforms like Netflix optimize their interfaces for TVs and phones alike, the focus shifts from connectivity alone to creating adaptable designs for all these interfaces. So as designers, we need to be really adaptable and comfortable, creating experiences that work seamlessly across all these different devices and platforms. It's not just about the size of the screen anymore. It's like understanding all those different models of interaction, touchscreen, voice command, gestures, even eye tracking. As a product designer, you'll need to adopt a more holistic approach, considering how the experience will scale without losing their effectiveness. And finally, context awareness will become key. Product designers will have to consider how users interact with devices differently depending on where and when they use them. We are going to need a whole new toolbox to figure this all out, and this is where experimentation and curiosity comes in. As designers adapt to the challenges of creating experiences across diverse interfaces, the next frontier is exploring how these interfaces can integrate with emerging technologies like augmented reality, AR.
We'd love to be able to share with you a new prototype we've been working on. You should be seeing what I'm saying, just transcribed for you in real time, kind of like subtitles for the world.
What we're working on is technology that enables us to break down language barriers.
While designing for multiple platforms focuses on adaptability and context, AR takes the user experience even further by blending the digital and physical world in exciting and practical ways. AR is about mixing virtual elements with the real world to create experiences that are super interactive and practical. With improved AR gadgets like the AR glasses and advanced software, AR is popping up in all kinds of industries: retail, education, healthcare, and more. Companies like IKEA are already making life easier with AR. Their app lets you place furniture in the room virtually to see how it fits before you buy it. For designers, AR is a chance to think beyond flat screens and consider how digital designs fit into physical spaces. If you're a product designer, now is the time to dive into AR. Start exploring how it can solve everyday problems and create designs that are truly connecting the real world and digital worlds. Data storytelling is all about combining data visualization with storytelling techniques to make complex data easier to understand and even more engaging. All of the previous trends are connected to data storytelling. We are all generating tons of data from our devices, but all the data is kind of useless if people can't understand how to use it or how to use it to improve their lives. Product designers can create stories that connect to users and drive engagement and encourage action. We can transform raw data into insights, patterns, and narratives that empower users to make informed decisions. In 2025, simplifying complex data sets will be key. Product designers will shift from presenting raw data to crafting meaningful narratives that highlight the most important insights quickly, making them easier for users to digest and helping users make better decisions. Product designers will need to focus on visual communication, ensuring that every data point is presented in context as it helps tell the story more clearly. How do you even begin to think about data storytelling? My suggestion would be to look for examples of data storytelling in the real world. A great example of this is an Instagram carousel from StatsCan, created during the Taylor Swift era tour in Canada. Although this is a graphic design example, it shows how data can be presented in a simple, engaging way that makes the message clear and easy to understand. Another example is Spotify Wrapped, a digital experience that takes individual user data like listening habits and creates a fun, shareable summary of the user's music here. This shows how storytelling can turn raw data into a narrative that users can connect with. Pay attention to how companies are using data to communicate with their customers, to tell stories about their brands, or to create these engaging experiences. And then think about how you can apply those principles to your own design work. Data storytelling is a powerful tool for designers, especially if you are passionate about making an impact in the world. It's a skill that's only going to become more valuable as we generate more data in every aspect of our lives. Remember, I talked about data storytelling. This skill is super relevant in the health space. With wearable technology and data tracking, people are collecting tons of data about their health, but all those numbers don't really mean anything unless they can be translated into insights and actions. This has created an opportunity for product designers to take complex health data and make it easy to understand, engaging, and actionable. And it's not just about presenting data in a visually appealing way. It's about crafting a narrative that resonates with the users, helping them connect with their health goals on a deeper level. It seems like there's so much potential for designers to make a really positive impact in the health and wellness space. The future of wellness design is all about making health data meaningful. One more trend that's already having a huge impact on the design world is the rise of user-generated content and community engagement in consumer interfaces.
Look at this.
So I predicted this video going
to think.
period pads and
Are you ready?
Are you looking for somewhere?
Okay, my one piece of advice for entrepreneurs.
User-generated content, especially in the form of video content, is what platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram have built entire empires on. Community engagement is integral to the platform's success. In 2025, this trend is expanding to other platforms and industries as brands recognize that UGC fosters genuine interaction and trust. For example, this year we saw LinkedIn make moves in the direction by releasing video capabilities and adding its Answer as an Expert feature. Google is prioritizing content from communities in their search results. This makes UGC become an even more crucial SEO asset for product discovery. If you look on Google search, you will find video results from video first platforms like TikTok, YouTube are ranked higher, therefore making them even more discoverable. Both platforms are primarily driven by user-generated video content, with algorithms favoring videos that spark conversations and engagement. Also, responses from communities like Reddit or Quora are also prioritized. These platforms showcase how community-driven content is prioritized in search results, fostering active discussion. Designers will need to focus more on designing for connection, not just for functionality, for participation, and not just for consumption. We need to create platforms and products that empower users to create and share content, to connect with each other, and to feel like they are part of a community. It's a shift from designing for the individual to designing for the whole ecosystem of people. This is a pretty profound shift. My advice for anyone who is new to designing for communities will be to immerse yourself in these communities. Spend time on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Discord. Observe how people are interacting, what kind of content they are creating, and what makes them tick. Once you have an understanding of the user's behaviors, then you can then translate them into design decisions. And when designing, think about how you can create spaces that encourage interaction and collaboration and a sense of belonging. Remember that when you design for community, you're not just creating a product or platform. You are helping to create connection and foster a sense of shared purpose. The world is evolving fast, and it's fascinating how trends like AI, voice interfaces, data storytelling, and community aren't just isolated. They are all interconnected, shaping a more human-centered future for design. For product designers, this means developing a whole new set of skills that go beyond the traditional design toolkit. Embracing AI is a great start. Learn to collaborate with it and use it to enhance your process. Mastering storytelling is just as important, using data to create designs that connect with users on a deeper level. Adaptability is just as crucial. The design world changes quickly, so being open to learning and evolving is key. Always be ready to adapt while staying grounded in strong fundamentals. If this video got you thinking, stay tuned for my follow-up video on visual design trends for 2025. Make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you will know when that video drops. Stay curious and keep experimenting, and thanks for watching.